Okay, I think I'm live. I think I'm live. There's about like a 10 or 15 second delay from when I say something to what shows up on YouTube. So just getting used to this. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna start a timer for 90 minutes, and feel free to send something along in the chat. I'll loosely be keeping an eye on it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this seems to be working. Okay, so here we go. 90 minutes starting now. Yeah, so I mean, I'd love to hear what you guys are working on. To clue you in onto what this is all about. So I'm working on a coloring book. I think that like every illustrator goes through that phase where they're like, maybe I'll do a coloring book. and I think it'll be a fun project. I don't know if it's going to make me a ton of money, but that's cool. I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. So, usually my illustrations are in full color and animated and all these things, but I'm scaling them back to just black and white. So I did this one of the flat iron. I kind of like stripped it back into the black and white version, and I like how it looks a lot. Let me know if you would want to buy a coloring book. Not holding you to it, but just to build me up, because that's what this is all about, motivation. So, as far as I guess catching up speed on like where I'm at, I was messing with this last night, trying to figure out the whole streaming thing, and I got here with this drawing of a little square in Amsterdam. So if you didn't already know, I use Google Earth a lot to fly around different cities and screenshot compositions, and then the first step is just kind of like doing a rough tracing, and then I kind of go in and I make refinements and I simplify a lot, and I kind of make it my own. But this would take way longer if I didn't have Google Earth. So I'm gonna start up my music and just kind of get into it. So the link to my Spotify playlist is in the about section or the description on YouTube. So check it out, and you'll see me bobbing my head a bunch as I listen to it, but you won't hear it, so maybe that's weird, maybe it's not. But yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay. So now that I have this kind of base sketch down, I'm going to go back through and start refining it line by line. And I'm going to kind of stop looking at the reference photo for a little while, because I do want to make it my own. And I'm not trying to mimic every single detail, just kind of the general shapes of everything. This is weird. Okay. Hey Dale, my parents are here, being very supportive, and I appreciate that. But you guys got to whip out your art materials and start arting with me if you really want to participate. My dog is chewing on my feet. Hazel, stop. That's awesome, Emily. I can't wait to see what you make. Hopefully, it's easy to follow. And if there are any like sticky points where you feel like I glazed over something, you don't really know what I did where, just shout. Come on, Hazel. Yeah, Michelle. Favorite brushes used. So, I think you can see my. Yeah, you should be able to see this. Hold on, let me pause my music. So, I really just use two brushes. I don't know where I got them, but if you message me on Instagram, I can send them to you. In my Skillshare class, I send them out, and they're not brushes that I like made myself. Really, I've tweaked them a bit, but I just got them from some brush pack. But basically, I've got this this rough brush line, which I make sure to toggle the pressure sensitive setting, so I can do stuff like that. Because otherwise, you're just drawing a line that is a single consistency, and I feel like that looks a bit too mechanic. So I've got that for line work, and I also use that for fill colors when I'm coloring. And then I have this grain brush. Let me scale it up so it looks like that. So a lot of times if I were coloring this in, I might select this building, or let's see, maybe just this front face. And maybe I turn the opacity down a little bit, and I would just kind of like feather in some of this grain. I feel like it's a nice way of shading. So yeah, it's really just those two. And I'm trying to, as I'm like building out this style, because I mean I've only been drawing in this way for the last year or so. I'm trying to stick to these two brushes for everything that I do, because I think that brush consistency helps a lot with style consistency, because brushes can get really wacky and all over the place. So yeah, let me know if that answers your question. And if you want them, just message me on Instagram. Oh, and also I should note that these brushes, the file you can load into Procreate as well. So if you're not on Photoshop or whatever, that's totally fine. I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. I feel like I'm getting nervous, so I'm slowing down, but I think one of the really important things about this style that I'm going for is that it should look hand-drawn and loose. So I'm gonna try to make it look as natural as I can. Okay, my mom says she will do my taxes. Good. I have not been paying my quarterly taxes. But on the bright side, I haven't really been making any money, so, you know, that evens out, I think. So you got a question about block letters for a promotional sign. Just want to start practicing perspective. Any quick tips? Tips. Use a ruler, maybe. I don't think I have any quick tips. I feel like I should, but I feel like it's like when a police officer asks you what your birthday is, and you're like, I have no idea. It's that on the spot pressure. I guess I feel like I should know what you mean by 2 points on your horizon line, but I guess I've always just kind of, had a single point, and then I just connect all the dots. or connect all the corners to the dot. I feel like that's not helpful. But send me a picture on Instagram or something, and I can be more directly helpful. All right, Dale, where did you get the original sketch? I made it. Maybe jumped in, for anybody who jumped in late, I use Google Earth. I just like fly around in Google Earth and I take screenshots of different interesting compositions, and then I do like a rough sketch on top of it. So that's where I got the sketch. My dog just unplugged my fan. Hold on. You know what? And I'm going to take a second and maybe just make a quick story just in case anybody forgot. But I feel like if you really wanted to come when you saw it the first time, you would probably already be here. So, all right, say hi. Or maybe I should turn around. Oh, now my mom and dad are talking in the chat with each other. That's cute. Hello, Simply Frugal. I don't know if you mean brother as an actual brother. Are you my brother? Damn it, my dog keeps knocking the fan over. Hey, chill. If you can hear any weird background noise, that's my dog having the zoomies. What am I drawing? I'm drawing Amsterdam right now. I'm working on a coloring book this time, so just focused on black and white line work. I don't know what this cathedral or tower is called, but maybe somebody recognizes it. you know, my parents are not artistic in the way that they like draw things, but they are very creative people and super supportive. And I think without that, I don't think I would be doing this kind of stuff. So they've definitely had an influence on me. Miss Jackie, greater than Oreos. Yeah, I'd say so. For sure. Not triples. So I recently learned about the hierarchy of Oreos. I thought it was just Oreo classic and then double stuff, but there is single, double, the most, or what is it? If anybody knows the layers, comment in the chat. Single, double. I'm totally blanking. I know there's the most stuff and like the greatest stuff or something. Oh my god, I've been looking for my stylus forever. I had to get an extra one and I see my dog chewing on it. Hold on a sec. I've been looking for this for weeks. That's funny. Okay. Mega stuff. That's what it is. It's mega stuff. That's what I was forgetting. Hazel. Okay. Sorry, guys. I have a lick mat. I'm gonna go get her and put her in a cage because she's being crazy. Okay. Come here, baby. Yo, Zach. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I haven't been to the grocery store in a while, so I don't have any beers on me, but I would otherwise. The blue yellow out. The blue yellow outline. I don't know why I'm not sure what you're talking about. But in any event, this is a totally new drawing. This is Amsterdam. I just started it last night. Is Simply Frugal Ryan, by any chance? Let me know if I got it right. I feel like nobody calls my mom Miss Jackie except for Ryan. Let's see, what made you want to draw cities so much? You know, I've always just been really attracted to detail. It's really soothing for me to look at like a huge scene like, you know, like this, and just get into the nitty gritty of drawing each and every line, like thousands of lines. It's just really it's really relaxing for me. So that's definitely one. I think secondly, I don't know. I've always loved living in cities, and I love how, you know, you could take any one of these buildings or any one of these windows, even, you know, and you zoom in on that window. Let's say, you know, this window, right? And it's like that's like, you know, a person lives there or a family lives there, and there's a story there, you know, and there's a story in this one, and there's a story in this one, and there's a story in this one, and so I just love capturing these scenes that have the potential to tell so many different stories. Yeah, I think it's really those two things. And also, you know, cities and buildings are usually like straight lines. Drawing people and animals is really hard, and drawing straight lines and boxes is not as hard. So it's really satisfying to me in that way. So that's why. What did you just do with that circle thing that lowered the roof line? Oh, yeah, I mean, I think like the superpower of drawing digitally is that, you know, you can use what's called the lasso tool, and you can select areas and you can move it around. So I felt like this roof line here was too high. So I just moved it down, and, you know, if this was a piece of paper, I'd have to erase it all, and it would take forever, and it would look bad, and I would have ruined the piece. So that's why I really exclusively draw digitally. I sketch out ideas, you know, on paper, and I always got a notebook with me, but anything serious is going to be digital, just because I feel way more comfortable, more relaxed doing it. I get stressed out doing art in real life, you know, or I mean on a piece of paper. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music back on and try to speed up a little bit. my favorite drawing to date? My favorite drawing to date. I'd have to go back and look at it. I mean, each one kind of scratches a different itch. The Arc de Triomphe one that I did, I think that's kind of what propelled my work into most people's eyeballs, and so that was the reaction from that was really exciting, and it was super satisfying to draw, and really fun to animate. Let's see, what else? I also really like doing the portraits. These ones, if you can see it. Well, can't really see it, but those portraits are really fun because there's a story attached to it, a real story. Yeah. Maybe this, there's one I did of my buddy and I. Still can't see it even with the brightness down. It's my buddy and I walking under the Golden Gate Bridge. It's not a cityscape, but I did that a couple of years ago after a friend came to visit me in San Francisco, and that's like exactly what it looked like. So, yeah, I just like the way that one turned out. And I love drawing San Francisco. It's just such a beautiful place. What type of hand device do you use to draw the lines? I'm not sure what you mean, Dale. Nothing. Just a hand and a pencil. Yep, it's Wacom Cintiq. I got this like gargantuan 32-inch Cintiq. Spent all my money on it, all the money I had on it, and it's really nice. It's like a 4K display. It's really not necessary, but I want to get into like children's books and stuff, and with this big of a screen, I can be drawing basically at 100% instead of on my iPad where it's not really seeing the true size of it. So it's just a nice to have. I bought this while I was working at Facebook. I certainly would not spend this kind of money these days, though. Let's see, we are at 51 minutes left. I really hope this is helpful for people. I mean, it's super helpful for me, regardless of if anybody shows up or not. But, just trying something new. What did I do at Facebook? I was an art director at Facebook. I worked in, there are a lot of art directors and a lot of different teams, but I was an art director for business products. And so in addition to an art director, I was also doing a lot of hands-on illustration and animation, as well as directing freelancers. But yeah, I was there about 4 years. And it was cool. Hey, thanks, Asher. If I wrote my dream storybook today, what would be the main character's name? Oh, working on it. It's Nutmeg, based on a squirrel that my stepdad picked up off the street and became our family pet for about 6 months. But then we had to get rid of it because we were neglecting our dogs, and I don't mean like actually neglecting the dogs, but we just wanted to play with the squirrel all the time. And the squirrel was getting big and becoming not a cute baby and just like a feral squirrel. So we had to let it go. But gave it a nice home, found somebody to take care of it. Yeah, it's not really about that, but it's, you know, based on the idea of a family adopting a squirrel. Don't steal it, okay? Don't write it before I do. So I'm gonna be really mad. How does the system know to make the line straight? Yeah, so it's just me moving steadily with my hand. There's no, you know, I could make straight lines by like clicking around and they'd be perfectly straight, but those look a little too, you know, rigid and unrealistic. So you'll see me a lot of times I'll make a line and then I'll undo it and then I'll go back and I'll undo it and I'll just get it until it's like just right. So that's that. How did your style of drawing people become to be? It's very distinct, very cool. I don't know, man. I mean, if you look back at my Instagram, like my style has changed 1,000 times. And it's only now that I'm trying to make this whole like freelance life work. And so I feel like I need to invest in a style and be known for something, I guess. So it's just a mixture of a lot of different artists that I love, you know. I feel like maybe when I started out, maybe it was pretty close to somebody's style, and obviously I don't want to copy anybody, but I go to school for this, and I just like drawing. But I found that like as I continue drawing in the style, I continue evolving it and making my own. So, you know, but I mean, big influences are like Oliver Jeffers, Miroslav Sasek. If you look at Miroslav Sasek's work, he was an illustrator from the 60s, 70s. He did a bunch of city books, and I totally took like the White Road thing from him, and you'll see a lot of like resemblances, but I don't know, he's dead now, so like I hope he's cool with it. But I feel like I've made it my own, and I feel confident about that. I mean, I don't feel like I'm stealing anybody's work, so I think that's you know, I'm sure anybody could make the case that, oh, it looks like this or it looks like this, but like whatever, everything looks like somebody else's something, and I enjoy it, so I'm not gonna worry about it anymore, and just try not to blatantly steal. That's all. Oh, nice, Emily. Yeah. I've been working at a product center. Yeah, it's been a crazy path. I got my degree in documentary filmmaking, but then quickly realized that wasn't going to be a fruitful career path. But I mean, and maybe it would be, but I just enjoy drawing more. So that's all. Where are you a product designer at, Emily? Yeah, I've seen that Steal Like an Artist book. I haven't read the whole thing, but I've poked around in it for sure. Zach said I scored the adaptation of How to Catch a Star at Kennedy Center in 2018. Composing is the main hustle over here. I'm not sure what you mean. I know his book, How to Catch a Star, but what do you mean the adaptation? And do you mean composing, like music composing? Simply frugal. What part of the drawing process do you enjoy the most? Coloring and bringing everything together. I think it would probably be animation. I basically up until it's like 90% complete, I'm like, this is a huge pile of garbage. And so it takes a lot of effort and energy to like push through those moments where you really don't like what you're making. So yeah, I think the last like 5% is obviously the most satisfying. Well, I guess that and exploring on my iPad, looking for a screenshot or a composition to screenshot in Google Earth. That's really fun. It's just fun. Like, it's crazy that you can fly around these cities and see these like really awesome 3D models of everything. Awesome technology. Yeah, his Oliver Jeffers stuff is super distinct. Yeah, I feel like I still have a ways to go to like push my style even further and make it even more distinct and unique. Because they're the dream. Oh, cool! They did a play of it. Gotcha. Yeah, Emily, I definitely have. All the video production stuff that I learned in college has certainly influenced this stuff now. So I feel like it's finally all coming together. So I feel like it was a valid or a good use of my time. Yeah, Dale, I was just before we started, I was like, oh, maybe I should put a clock in the screen. And I'm going to figure that out for the next stream. I just ran out of time and had to start this thing. But yes, I'm going to add the countdown timer to it. But we are at 40 minutes and 36 seconds. Okay, I'm going to take on this big tower here. And just to reiterate, I am actually interested in seeing what you guys are working on. And I hope that you are working on something. Because that's kind of the whole point of this thing. So do please send it to me however you can on Instagram or whatever. I'd love to see it. It makes this whole thing feel more real. Like I'm not just talking to myself. Emily's knitting a vest. Nice. That's awesome. Who is the vest for? Dale, you could add a plane towing a banner and an elephant. I like elephants. Yeah. like elephants too. I will take those into consideration for sure. That's awesome, Emily. Yeah, well, I definitely want to see a photo when you're done. How would you, Emily, how would you describe the style of the vest that you're knitting? Or what's the vibe you're going for? Got Wacom for drawing. What screen is the chat on? I've got a little separate dinky monitor. Sorry, Asher. I see you asked. Any cities, areas you're planning on drawing next? I don't know. I want to try to do this coloring book, and so I'm gonna convert most of the illustrations that I've already done into this black and white format, and then I need to probably hit. I want to try to hit around like 20 or 25 different pages. So. Yeah, I'm gonna make it around the world as opposed to one city. Maybe in the future I do one specific city, but I'm just trying to do landmarks from all over the world. So as always, if you have any recommendations on places, let me know. Or better yet, go on Google Earth and screenshot something and email it to me or send it to me on Instagram. But to answer your question, I want to do something else in San Francisco. maybe Coit Tower or the Flatiron or Transamerica building. Yeah, that's all for right now. Emily, it's going to be a lightweight sleeveless jumper to put over dresses or tops. Nice. That's sick. Beige, good color. Very hip. Almost a 30-minute marker. All right, I'm pretty sure Simply Frugal is Ryan. That's got to be Ryan. Also, my girlfriend has entered the chat. Thank you for calling me cool. Appreciate it. You make me feel cool. Copenhagen. Okay. I'm not going to try to pronounce what city that is or what neighborhood, what area that is. Nijmegen. Tell us how you met. The internet. We met on the internet like all the cool kids these days. Yeah, we were talking when I was traveling in Bali, and she was back in Atlanta, and I was in Asia for like 2 months, and I started thinking about coming home, and so I wanted to set up a date for when I got back, and it worked. Locked her down. She was referring to how we met. Okay, yeah, that's definitely Ryan. Okay, Simply Frugal is my best buddy Ryan. We met in the womb. Or that's not what I would say. We met as infants, I think at the age of like 2 or something, and he was 3. You know the story. You're okay. Ryan, what are you working on? Are you working on your YouTube channel? You better be. Yeah, it's my stepdad is calling Simply Frugal horseshoe because when we were kids, we were playing horseshoes and he threw a horseshoe through the window of a truck because he just hucked that thing. And I remember seeing it sail through the air like it was in slow motion. And as soon as it left his hand, I was like, oh, that's not going where he wants it to. Thus, horseshoe was born. I gotta check out this this knitter, I guess. Knitter. Sam Barsky Knitter. Oh wow, he really does do cityscapes on sweaters. That's amazing. I will pop an image into Photoshop. This is Sam Barsky. I want to meet this guy. Definite collab. That's awesome. "20 minutes left." Yeah, definite collab. I should reach out to him. Big Georgia crew. I don't know. I mean, we got a couple Georgia people. My folks are in Florida. Yeah, I think it's mostly Georgia, Florida. Yo, Australia, what's up, Emily? What would be let's see, wait. Are you 24 hours behind or ahead or whatever? What would be like an ideal time for you? Cuz I'm thinking about doing this in like at different times throughout the week. Just to catch people in different time zones. Like I might do one tomorrow at like noon or 2 for UK folks. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm glad it works out for you, Emily. Yeah, I mean, once I'm done with these, or once I'm done with this, it'll be hosted forever on YouTube. So, I don't know if people want to go back and look at it, but they could, I guess. We're in the final 15 minutes. That is not what that top looks like. That's my little trick. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I use photo reference for so many things, and I suspect that a lot of artists do as well. They just don't say it because it feels like you're cheating, but when you get over that feeling, which isn't real, it makes all this stuff a lot easier. Art should be fun. Something's looking a little funky. Like it's just like off-center just a little bit. So this is kind of what the middle of the tower should be. So I think it's this here. So I'm just going over this with on a new layer in a different color to kind of help me hone the shape in a bit more. Yeah. This shape here is really funky. Yeah, I'm just going to be simplifying that. I'm probably going to have to draw over this tower a couple times because this is going to get messy. You haven't seen Rescuers Down Under? Oh man, classic. All right, 5 minutes. And the stream isn't just going to like turn off automatically. I'll kind of close it out. Yeah, you bet, Zach. Just as this kind of closes out, I'm going on a couple trips that are kind of back to back, starting on Friday. So I think I'm gonna do another one of these at maybe noon or 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I feel like I want to add the countdown timer to it and just continue. I mean, I'm working on active projects that I would just be working on in silence anyway. So I guess I'd rather do this where it feels like there's some sort of community around it. But thanks for coming and hanging out. And I will reiterate, I seriously want to know what you're working on. I saw Emily sent me a picture of the sweater or the vest that she's working on, and it looks really great. I just get excited at the thought of this kind of being like a two-way communication thing. So you can send me on Instagram, you can email me at howdy@thenamesnick.com. But thanks for being here, and see you next time. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it more interesting. I don't know. I guess it's not really what it's about, but I do want to make a good stream. I wish I could DJ, but I can't, or else I'll get kicked off. So, yeah, the best I can do is provide the playlist that I'm listening to in the background. Man, I feel like I didn't make that much progress on this. But this stuff takes a long time. It's just really slow. But I enjoy it. So thanks for all the good conversation. And I will catch you guys. Let's see. Okay, we still have 2.5 minutes. Can't stop yet. Yeah, and I got a big light blasting me in the face and some overhead lights. But it does look like daytime, but it is very much not daytime. All right, that's 90 minutes. If you made it all the way and you worked on something, good for you. And thanks for hanging out with me and asking questions and keeping the conversation going. But see you guys next time, maybe tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll follow up on Instagram. But I'm going to figure out how to shut this thing off and take care of my dog. So have a good night.